Okay, storytelling Ron. I'm here to help you with Roll20. Just run through the basics. Okay, so here it is. Roll20. You got Roll20. Sign up, right? It's $4.99 a month. I think I did a year. I'm doing a year, and it's pretty easy. So you sign up. You get this is kind of what you get, and you can go under games here, and you can create a new game, or you can join a game if you want to find or someone. But I created a game here. I do have two going here. Wow, this one's just a practice, but this is the actual thing. You can make your own image, put it in there. There's a marketplace where you can buy stuff, blah blah blah. Tools. I don't know what this is. I've never used it. So there's a lot more there than I even know about. But so let's just go to the game. So here's my game. It's a private game. You can't play, and if all your players, my players, don't look. It's not for you. This ain't for you anyway, because I'm going to be showing a lot of stuff. So what's cool about this is when you create your game, I put this image on here. You invite your players with an email, and then they just join, and it's really quick and easy for them. And I have a subscription. So then you launch your game, and I've made it private and all that. So anyway, this is Storm King's Thunder, and I purchased the Storm King's Thunder, create market, whatever, the marketplace thing here. You don't have to do that. You can just do your own thing. So I'm going to launch the game, show you, and I always see the other players when they're invited can easily join. Also, do not use Roll20's audio, video, whatever, video conferencing thing or video conferencing thing. It doesn't work, and very sad that it doesn't work, but it doesn't work. So use Discord, which is free and great, or we use Facebook's video conferencing. That worked, and that was pretty cool. I'm using Zoom right now just because I just wanted one less headache during the plague, and to use something quickly for just a couple months. I won't keep. It's $14.99 a month, so I'm not going to keep that for very long. But I just wanted to get through real quick, or let one less headache, because I had to really throw this all together for us. Because we generally, the intent was to play in my garage. I got a little studio set up and all that. But anyway, so here's the Roll20. It is it's kind of tough to figure out. So let me just explain some things. Under settings, first thing you want to do, I love using the 3D dice, so you can turn on the enable 3D dice here. Okay, enable the dice. You want to roll them yourself. It's kind of cool because you can grab a dice. Like over here, there's the dice tray or whatever. Grab a dice and pretty cool. And if I need two dice, see how they bounce off each other. And I like to roll these, for the players and against players. And I don't know what all this other stuff is yet, so whatever. And I don't even know what fudge is, but then you got this where you can type in, or you can, you can add two dice plus and then plus 5 and then roll, kind of thing. But I don't really use this. I just quickly do this and then just add it myself. So there's that. Now you want to turn off this stuff, this thing over here. So you don't want this thing. I'm show you large. See where this will be your face. It's behind my whatever. I can move it. I can move it just so you can see top. It's gonna move. Regular marker position. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, it's right there, so you can see. This will be like the video thing and my name, but I'm going to turn that down to small, or name only. It's behind me. Let me move my freaking there. Okay, so this guy right here. So you can see just real quick. Yeah, again, this is like if you had a camera or whatever, and you can make it smaller, and then names only, which is all because I really just want to hide it. And then this is the the video, and we said none because it just doesn't work, or we haven't had it. I wish they'd really get this thing to work well. I'd really be great if they did that, but they haven't. So I would give up on that for now until they really say they've done something about it. That's it for that, I think, for settings. And then so under chat, this is kind of the main area where you can even type in, like, I don't know the exact coding, but like whatever. Oh, here it is up here. It's up here. Yeah. So you can do the dice that way if you want. And then, roll it here, and then all the players will see it. If you want to do it that way, let me move my camera back over here in the corner. Okay. All right. So there's that. This is the main chat area where you can see what people have done, rolled, or whatever. So here's the artwork. Here's where you can grab artwork off the internet. Now, this here is Storm King's Thunder. I bought their stuff, and it's like $30, so it's literally like buying it twice for me. You don't have to do that. You can literally, all these maps are on the internet. You can find them on the internet. A lot of this stuff I custom did myself, though, because I actually have my own campaign, or I'm making it the way I want it to be. and I've customed a lot of the maps and had to upload them myself. Like this has totally changed. I changed the map to a dirtier. I added all this, and on Photoshop, and made it dirtier because I felt the hill giants were dirty, so that they had a lot of area to think about and to sneak around and stuff, and to get in. And then I uploaded it. So here's under this picture here, art library. You have an upload, and you can obviously upload what you want. You gotta drag it into here. You cannot don't drag it, your artwork from your folder to here. It'll mess up. You gotta open this up and then drag it into here. And you can select 5 and drag them in, or 1 and drag them in. But once you do that, let it upload before you do any more. It just kind of does them one grouping at a time. Now, obviously, these are ones that I've uploaded, and then you can organize them. You can grab them here and then move them up and put them in your own little folders. I don't want to do that. I just want to leave it. Okay. So here I have my own. You can create your own folders with this add. And like under Stone Giants, these are all my Stone Giants, or what other. So players you can't be watching this. Dang it. So these are all going to be in the Stone Giant area. These are all, I drew these all myself because I'm cool. It's on my Patreon. Not the, I haven't done Roll20 assets on my Patreon, but just paper minis where you cut them out, put them on a, use them. That was not mine because that's the best one here. But that's my roper. Anyway, so you can grab one of these. You grab a Stone Giant, and then you can just drag it in there. And now I don't have a grid on my map here, so I can resize it any way I want, and it won't snap to the grid. I can do stuff like that. Now to keep this simple, you can just do hit points here and armor class there. And if you want to do something here, I don't know, but I only use these 2 right now. Hit points. Now what's cool is if you do hit points there, 105. Only you see it, right? The players don't see that bar unless you, unless there's a way to turn it on so they can see it, but they shouldn't be able to see it anyway. And then you can obviously when it gets hit, you just go, minus 15. See, and then just minus 15, so that you'll have your own, So that's cool. So you can keep tabs on it. And armor class, I think they're 17. Now you can actually use a Stone Giant. This because I bought the Storm King's Thunder. It has Stone Giant under here, but what's kind of annoying is that even if I chose it, it doesn't give me the hit points and stuff. I have to still put those in myself. So I'm just like, whatever. I'm not going to even mess with this one. I can give them a name, which I don't need to. I can do lighting, and I'm just showing you what I've messed with and nothing else. So I used advanced fog of war, but I'll show you that in a sec. But I just want to tell you the minimum, simplest way to do it. Just use hit points, and if you want to put your armor class there, that's fine too. And then that's all you want to do for now. I'm trying to get you the basics to play it so it's easy. Now, why doesn't the armor class show up? Somehow I didn't put it in there. Okay, so like that, or you could use the red one, whatever. I think control, I can zoom in. Yep, control mouse wheel is zoom in. Right click on the mouse is move around. Okay. Okay, now let go. Okay, I just gotta click on that one. So yeah, these have symbols. So I use the X one a lot, obviously, when they die. But I don't really use these that often, but you can use these symbols for whatever. But if they die, you just click on the X and boom. Okay. You can turn them around. Like I like to lay them down dead like that. Whatever. Moving around like that. For me, simplistically, I don't use the measurements too much. I just base it visually. Just because I don't, they do have a grid and they do have like feet. If you do it, you can set that. I've kind of ignored that and just done whatever. So they do have that stuff. Now that does come into play though. I know I should probably learn more about the feet thing, the scale. But anyway, that comes more into play with Fog of War, and I'll show that in a sec. But let me just go through the basics. So this is the artwork. You can obviously drag it in. They have some pretty fun free stuff here if you just want to use their freebies. And this stuff's really improved since I've seen it last. These have gotten a lot better. So they do have some freebies here, and they're quite a few, and they're very nice and generic. So you can literally use their freebies here for all of your needs and wants. Okay, and look, they're all top downs, and they look really cool. I'm pretty impressed with they've improved upon the ones they had before. Somebody got in there and drew them better. Ooh, look at that! So you got a swarm of rare rats right there. That's pretty cool. Boom, boom. So you've got quite a bit to play with here in creating your own free stuff. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of free stuff here. And I don't know about maps, if they have free map. Oh, dungeon tiles. Look at that. They got free dungeon tiles here. Couple. I don't know. It's pretty lacking, but whatever. You can, and obviously you can upload your own from the internet, get whatever you want, and put it on your library. And if you have a subscription, you can upload quite a bit. Okay, so that's doing the artwork. This one is okay. So this one here is text. Now, this here obviously I have Storm King's Thunder, so it has a ton of text in here of all the adventures and stuff, which I don't even use because I'm just doing my own thing. But I'm keeping to the story of the giants. Okay, so I'm doing that. They're definitely encountering all those characters. And I made another video concerning all that anyway. But I just want them to do the giants. I don't want all these side quests or side things. I want them to focus on the giants. And in there's plenty of adventure, but whatever. All right. But you can create your own handouts. Okay? Or make a character, I guess, in a folder. But you can create your own handout. And these are all my handouts I had for them. This one here. So this is just something that the wizard got if she got these 3 spells here, or 4 spells, whatever. If they killed the goblin sorcerer thing, and obviously you can show it to players. And of course this one is for Alyssa, so she can see that. I show her it. She just copies it. Like I don't think she's familiar with this stuff. But when I show it to player, I show it to her. And of course I can put all players if I want under this thing, under edit. Like for instance, the treasure when they beat Gru, this one here, right, is all players, and they can be edited by all players. And here I typed in what everything was. These are my notes, which I don't need. And so then I show it to all players like that. Boom, and it pops up right in front of them so they can see all that, and they all can discuss what they're going to do with it. So that's a handy one under journal. Under journals, I definitely use these ones. This is a character right here. But anyway, compendium is I don't want to use this that much, but obviously it's got, since I bought the Storm King's Thunder, it has all the info, the monster manual kind of stuff like that. Yeah. And music, I do use music because I upload my own cool music. It's gonna work. Come on, music. Man, sad. Doesn't work. It must be taking a while to upload. So you can manage your audio. You can add your own music in. And they even have some that you can get off of them. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it took a while to load it. So they even have their own here. So if you want to do some, check out the audio there. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. This is my own stuff here. And then I got some. This is the stuff like Dock District. That's cool for Waterdeep, Waterkeep, whatever. Carriage Journey. That's kind of cool. So they got some basic kind of neat stuff that you can use there as well. Okay, I'm gonna keep the music going for the fun of it. All right, so obviously here's the page tab, which is obviously the most important thing, where you can add in your maps. And this thing has when you create a map. This thing has see, it has the map area. So if you click on that, then you can drag over an image, and it'll go into the map layer. Okay, and then if you drag over the tokens and the players, it'll go into the object and token layer. Camera, sorry. And then if you go to the GM layer, that's you put your monsters in there, and they're invisible to the players, but they're on the map. And then when you click on them, I'm gotta get the player because you can switch between the maps. Obviously, you can like if this jump. Well, let me do this one. Let me zoom in with Alt. So if this was in the GM layer, they don't see it, but you see it. Then you got to go into the GM layer, and you can move it back to the token layer. And then, there it is. And then you got to get back into the objects and tokens layer to manipulate it and move it around. Okay, so that's a little clunky to me, but there it is. Okay, so that's this layer here. You got the dynamic lighting layer where you can kind of look at stuff and do things, which I haven't really done a lot with yet. Drawing, I do, definitely do the freehand a lot. Like, here's this and here's this. Okay, so let me get Oh, you gotta go back to select move in order to select it. Once you draw it, you know. So you just gotta remember to do that too. You gotta always know what layer you're in. Delete. A lot of times I'll be trying to click on it, like, why am I just clicking on it? And I forgot that I'm in the ruler layer, right? I'm doing rulers. This is the ruler layer, so you can show. I use this a lot for them. Like over here is da 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 da. You know, showing them where things are actually. I'm turn the music off. I want to focus on technical stuff here. Over here is the. So this is the, and of course it shows the feet, but that's obviously not to scale. I haven't really focused on that, getting things to the right scale. But anyway, I use that a lot. This ruler thing here. I don't really use the reveal areas that much because I'm not using a lot of fog stuff yet. I'm just using the basic fog, which I'll show you in a sec. Turn order. I use this, but I can't. I got to figure this out. Why they can't, the players could not see this. Only I could see this. So I don't know how. I got to figure out that. So that I don't even know. But I do use this now because I want in the video, like I'm recording the game, so I want the viewer to know who's next. But I also want the players to see the who's next so that they're ready. I try to rush them through the game to make it go quicker, but it's obviously important that they know who's next. So I got to figure out why they don't see it because I looked under settings and I couldn't figure it out. So I'm definitely got to look. I don't know where. See, I don't know what the heck. Why can't the players see this? I don't know yet. So that's something I'll look up and maybe I'll add it at some point. But that's the turn thing. So although this is the dice, I think I did that earlier. Okay, so that's the dice, and then I don't use this one. But I'll look up that turn thing here in a sec. Actually, let me pause it and I'll look it up right now. Okay, okay. So I think I solved this. I don't know. The way I did it before is I believe I just dragged the characters in here, or I don't know how I did it, but the players could not see it. So what it says to do is to actually add turn. Just right click and add turn of the specific guy. So I'm hoping that's it. And when we play again, they'll be able to see it says in the, okay, that looks, okay. You know what? I've never seen that before in the previous. So I must have not have somehow linked them before. So because I didn't do it this way. See, so I didn't even know that. Now I just looked that up. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So that makes, there we go. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. And then I generally just have one for me, the DM. But anyway, right here. But okay, so there we go. That's kind of interesting right there. All right. Whew. Okay, so that's that. Let me just close that for now. And the GM controls the DM controls this. Opens it, closes it. And the players can roll. It says they roll and do an end tracker, or you could just type in the number. Let me just do that real quick. 10, 5, 1, 1. I just want to. Oh, cool. 21. Let's see what it does. Is it enter? There. Is it gonna descending? Okay. Whatever. All right. So there's that. That's really helpful. The turn order thing here. Okay. And okay, yeah, that definitely did it the right way. So I'm assuming the players will now see this. So under maps, you're gonna want to create your own maps. I mean, you can create. This is one of my maps here. Let me see if I got characters in one of them. I don't know if I. Yeah. Okay. Well, ooh, look at that. Okay, this is a different adventure I did. So this is a cool map I bought from something else. It's not my own artwork. This is just off the internet. This character. I used it as a hag or witch. That came up. But anyway, so this is one of my maps I drew out. Just a doodle map. And see, I can just drag that in. These are all on the GM layer. And then if I want to reveal them, there they are. And I was just using different ones, I guess. So I just dragged this over using, dragged it into the map layer, dragged it into the token layer or the GM layer, and then had it ready to go. And so when a player, let me just go to another one. When a player is ready, this is your little flag to put your players on the different maps. Okay, so this is the one they see when they join, wherever you have them. So they're at Golden Fields now. They defeated the Hill Giants, so they're back here to gain their treasures and stuff. And I kept these tokens that were from the original digital thing I purchased, just as a reminder myself of who's there. But I took out everything. It was cool though. They had everything set up here for the siege. I did it differently, but they had it. Whoever put it together just put in all the goblins, all the bugbears, all the ogres, all the NPCs for the entire Golden Fields map. So that was it's cool. Well, let me show you. This is the token sheet you'll get too if you get like, if you order one of them, and it gives you every creature that's going to be in the campaign, or at least the ones that are written in the book, and these all their tokens. Let me get the token layer, and it gives you all their stats too. Let me just do a hill giant just to keep it simple. So there's the hill giant. There's the hill giant. You can also do something called shift. Say shift, which will pop this up, and you'll get the stats, the monster stats. So this is if you purchase the the D&D, the whatever, the modules or whatever. But it's so if you're into this kind of thing, it's kind of cool. If you want to do it that way. But again, you don't have to. You can make your own, your own pages and your own maps. Put your own maps in with your own little dungeons. You can. I'll just show you a couple more just so you can see what they're. Oh, this is using the dynamic lighting. They all set it all up. I don't want to mess with this, but for the dynamic lighting, you create this simple little outline of where you want it to go dark and all that. And you draw it out, and then your characters can do the actual dynamic lighting. But this is from the actual campaign. But I'll show you the way I did. My last thing I'm going to show you is the way I dealt with the Fog of War. So what I did, this is I created this map version of the underground part of the Hill Giants, and I modified it so that it was more dirty and chaotic. And you can turn on. I don't use dynamic lighting yet. I don't want to mess with that yet. Advanced Fog of War, just the basic, not Fog of War, but Advanced Fog of War, just that, no grid or anything. I just don't want to mess with that yet. And so each token now has to have their own little, radius. And I did the radiuses based on their characters. I didn't know the map size, so I had to guesstimate and then visually see if I got it right, like what I wanted for each one. So you can see they can see a certain range. He has a torch, so this is a human. This other human, where is he? Did I delete him or something? I don't see him on here. All right, well, Velcro's an elf, so he's got pretty good, I give him a wider radius under advanced, 16 feet. And then, this is she's a tiefling, so she's a little bit smaller radius. I just did the simple, or the advanced fog. I just used that one because it was just simple and quick, and I didn't, not too much to, oh, here's George. He's the other human. So he has a small radius too, because, he's a human, so he can't see in the dark. So, and also, I couldn't get it to work though, so I'm assuming if you hit Control L, then you can see what the player sees. Okay, that's a shortcut, Control L. I couldn't get it to work here for some strange, I don't know. I can't. But when I did it in the game, it worked, and you see what the player sees, and that way if the lighting is right, it's working right. Another cool thing you can do is if you go like that, they'll see this circle, the players will, and you this is what I'm talking about, this area over here. But another thing you do is hold shift, and boom, if you hold shift and do it, it'll make everyone, including the players, go over there to where you're talking about. Okay, so shift, boom. All right, so that's cool. Right click to pan on your mouse for yourself. Obviously, when you're panning, it's not, the players are not panning, just you are. But if they're over here and you want to tell them to go or move them up, say over here, you can do that. Now, this will be blacked out for them because they're not there. But you can obviously say you hear a noise over here, right? It'll move it to over there. So that's the basics. I think I got it all covered. I don't like when I open this, it always starts at the beginning. I wish it would start wherever I was last at. But ton of maps here for this campaign. So it loads up quite a bit. Did the music, did the journals, then you are. So that's the basics. That's really it. Hope that was helpful. Just showing you the basic way to use this thing, and it's definitely really cool. It's helpful. I can see myself using it a lot in the future because I haven't really been using it, but because of the plague, I've been forced to. So, and we still have a good time. We have a really good time. Okay, I hope that was helpful.